Well, of course, we don't do the work for awards, but it's very nice when your work is recognised. And when you think that when we started working in Mauritius 50 years ago, so few people there realised how important their wildlife was. So to get an award from the government of Mauritius is wonderful recognition for our investment in the island over the last half century. I'd been told that I'd been put forward for an award, and I felt, well, there's very little chance that I'd ever get it. And I was sitting at home and the phone rang, and I answered it, and it was the Prime Minister of Mauritius. And he said, "Hi, Carl, I'm phoning up to ask you if you'd like an award. I'd like to give you an award." And I said, "Oh, thank you very much." And I said, "Can you tell me about what's the award for?" And he said, "I want to give you the highest award I possibly can for all the work that you and Durrell have done in Mauritius over the last 50 years. It is an appreciation of the fantastic work that you've all done." And so, I was quite taken aback. And it was really very nice that he should phone up in person to inform me that I'd been given this award. I'm really proud of all the species that were restored. We restored populations of birds, bats and reptiles. And when I walk into the forest and I see pink pigeons and Mauritius kestrel, I actually sometimes feel quite emotional. The work in Mauritius has been collaborative. When Durrell works on overseas programs, we always work with partners. Durrell actually set up the Mauritian Wildlife Foundation, which was an organization that was going to oversee the work that we do, or that we started. And it's really interesting, or should I say it's really enlightening, that the person who now heads that organization, Vikash Tataya, started off as a student working with me, and he has also been given an award by the Prime Minister.
I feel immensely proud that to some extent I'm sharing this award with Carl.
Jerry would have been thrilled, of course he would have. And it's quite interesting because Jerry always had a long-term vision for Mauritius. And initially it was that we were going to have some species here that we'd work with, then we'd send them back to Mauritius and we'd work with the Mauritians. And he had a vision. He had a vision of what Mauritius could be like. But I think we've even exceeded that, and he would have been delighted. And I remember the last time I saw Jerry, he was very sick, and I was telling him about the progress of what we'd done in Mauritius and how the pink pigeons had increased in number from just a handful, and that we had 80 in the wild. And he became alive, and his eyes started to sparkle, and he became a child again. And so he was thrilled at what we were doing. So Jerry would be very, very pleased to see what we've achieved, and that we're carrying on his vision and his dreams.
Carl is being truly instrumental in the protection of biodiversity within Mauritius and also Rodrigues, and he truly deserves this award.
I believe he deserves this award for so many reasons, but he's so passionate and so dedicated.
For the sum of all the conservation projects that he's been involved with, taking them from ground zero to being what they are now, he is fully deserving of this award.
So I feel Carl's greatest achievement has been inspiring hundreds of people like myself to get out there and make a difference and save species from extinction. And together with our partners, the Mauritian Wildlife Foundation and the National Parks and Conservation Service, we have saved more species from extinction than any other country. And it's truly remarkable.
To pinpoint one of his greatest achievements would be quite a challenge for me, but I think I would say just taking Mauritius from the 1970s, which was the lowest point in conservation in our history, to now where there's a glimmer of hope. That in itself is, I would say, his biggest achievement.
Super, super proud of him, as we all are. I think he's a friend and a colleague for me, and all of us have learnt so much from him over the years.
This is not just a victory for the Mauritian Wildlife Foundation, it's not just a victory for conservation, it's also a victory for the Durrell Wildlife Conservation Trust.
Carl being recognised for this award is just a huge testament to the dedication and passion he has for protecting and saving some of the most endangered species from extinction. We're hugely fortunate here at Durrell to have Carl as part of the team. He really does embody everything that Durrell stands for. We're so proud of you, Carl. Well done.